fun and game. Hey everybody. Good morning, good morning. Today we are going to be working on our loop stitch. I got some company around me in these streets, so if you hear a beautiful baby saying hey, say hey to the baby. Stay right, baby Grace. You gonna jump in the video? If y'all hear a baby in the background, she's just hanging and being cute. Good morning. I see Christian Alexander. I say David the Amazing. Hey, Andy Plans, Fancy Flower. Morning, everybody. Go ahead and grab yourselves your hooks. I've got medium weight for yarn. And I've got my books out. Good afternoon. Good morning. Good afternoon. Look, I say good morning all day long, y'all. It could be 11:52 at night. I'm going to say good morning. Hey, I don't know if y'all know, but your girls got notebooks and journals in these streets. I'm so excited. If you guys check out the link in my bio, it'll take you straight to my Amazon author page. You can hear and see this is the hardcover version, and we have paperback versions as well. And y'all know I'm a freehand crocheter, so I also have project journals. You put your name in here, say who it belongs to. I'm ecstatic about this. Y'all just don't know. This journal was created for who? For us. Created for us by us. Pattern writers, freehand crafters, fabric artists, all the peoples. It has a breakdown on exactly how to use it. You guys see me and hear me talk about this all the time. Time, hook, yarn, and stitch. And then we've just got pages. We just got pages. Alrighty, I love this thing so much, you guys. Long time goal here coming to fruition, so I am just ecstatic. All right, my daughter picked the colors. So the project journals have the pink binders there on the end. There's lots of different designs available, and again, there's both paperbacks and hardbacks available. And today we'll be working on the loop stitch. Say loop stitch, Grace. Baby Grace, loop stitch. I promise there's a super cute kid here. We'll see if they decide to make an appearance or not. All right, while we're giving people time to jump on, as always, we will start with some stretches. And if the music's too loud, let a sister know. Y'all know I don't work in silence. I think you're fine. Ain't nobody said nothing. You're just going to see one hand, but as a reminder, make sure you're always doing it with both, okay? We have to protect our tools, our phalanges in these streets. I'm just making a fist here and rotating my wrist around clockwise right now. Wanna be down with you. Yes. All right. And you also want to make sure you're going counterclockwise. Keep your wrist and all your ligaments. Ligamenting. That'll be a verb for today. Okay. And while we're giving people a little more time, we'll always make sure again that we're stretching them out and bringing them back in. Y'all notice my nails are shorter? I am salty, but it's okay. I hit my hand with a hammer and broke one of my nails so bad. So I had to make the executive decision to line everybody up. I do not like for my nails to be a whole bunch of different lengths, and I don't think y'all like seeing it either. So, I got to be cognizant of that kind of stuff. All right, we're stretching it out, bringing it back in. I can feel actually where it's pretty tight. So another one, one of my other favorites is bringing my thumb up to all the individual fingers and pressing them in. We have about a minute left before we work on our loop stitch. I don't think today's lesson will be too incredibly long, but just something helpful. I got some new holiday patterns on deck, and the beard for Santa, if you so desire. Good morning. Let's see. Sody Pomple Massage. Hey, love. If you so desire to try to recreate and want to do the beard part, because it's optional. Everything is optional in these streets. We are freehand crocheters, right? We do what we want to do. But if you decide to, I want you to know how to set that up. All right, so we're pressing them in, pressing them in, pressing them in. Another favorite of mine, we're going to take all four, bring it down to the bottom. And you can see, let's be hookers, crochet hookers. We already hooking in these streets, right? And you want to make sure, hey, Donnie, you want to make sure, so it's stretching this right here. Okay, so this is what we're protecting. He's right there in the back. So like I said, y'all, I got some friends, family in the background, so don't mind if you hear some people's talking in the back. Y'all know how the holidays go. All right, again, I'm just going down to the top. So this stretches up here. You'll feel the difference versus when you stretch all the way down, it's stretching down here. And again, you just see my right hand, but make sure you're doing the same thing with both sides because we want to make sure that we are taking care of ourselves. I see people in the room are stretching as well. These stretches are really, really great. Even if you sit and spend all day ticka on the computer, if you've got to, we want to protect all those carpals. I think this whole section, everything in here is called carpals. So that's what all these stretches are about, is keeping them nice and lubricated and free flowing so we don't have no problems. All right, like I said, I got some red heart yarn, medium weight 4. I love me some red heart. I know that everybody's not team acrylic, but I love it. I love it. I love it. We're going to leave these here in the background because they're super cute. And in case somebody didn't know they were a thing, they're a thing. They're a thing, okay? I had a tiny bone removed from my wrist on my dominant hand, so stretching is super. Yes, Andy Plans. It's so, so important. And especially for those of us who crochet pretty much every single day or every other day, we spend a lot of time. We have to protect them. I did not take stretching my hands and wrists seriously until I sprained my left hand. My first year in business, I was crocheting so much that I literally sprained it and was like looking crazy. After an hour of crocheting, my wrist is on fire. Oh no! So yeah, we've gotta protect ourselves here, you guys. So that's why I always start these Let's Crochet Together videos with some stretching, because it matters. And it doesn't take too much, right? We just did this for 5 minutes. It's just enough to get us warmed up. And then you kind of keep it kicking from there. But if we want to continue to do this long term, which I do, I love crocheting. Y'all know I got a problem. I have to take care of my wrist or I won't be able to do what I want to do. All right, enough of me chatting about that. It's just like working out. You preaching. You said I'm preaching. You preaching right there. It is just like working out. Okay, so we want to make sure we're taking care of ourselves. So this, for anybody who's seasoned crocheter, Zumba with hands in the wrist. Exactly. Anyone who already knows how to crochet, I'm just slip stitching onto my hook. And I'm going to chain somewhere between 10 to 20. I'm not really going to count, just so that we can get to the part to show you how to do this loop stitch. If you look in my stories, I'm showing a different version of doing the loop stitch of when I first learned it. But this way, I feel like, is more efficient, and I just enjoy it more. I don't know about y'all, but there are some stitches that feel like work, and other stitches, we rolling, we cruising, and it just feels good. And so doing the loop stitch in this way, I've switched to half double now and going back down the other direction. Doing this loop stitch this way, I feel like is much more, works up much more quickly than the other ones. Because when I first did those loop stitch Hey Janelle productions, I was like, man, this is taking forever, and I ain't got time. People want to order those like shag cardigans from you and vests, and I'm like, I can't be doing a loop stitch that's going to take me all day because there's other stuff I want to make today, okay? So I don't do it, I do it this way when I do the loop stitch. And it is involved, hey cuz, for those interested, on the new pattern that is available for my Santa Gnome. If you check out some of my recent posts, you'll see I've been doing a lot of canvas crochet holiday portrait options for you guys. Those patterns are pretty simple to follow for real. But if you have questions, let a sister know. I got you. All right, so I'm just half double crocheting all the way down. I think most of us are familiar, but the half double crochet, we're going to yarn on over, insert our hook, yarn over from the back, pull it straight through, 1 2 3, yarn over one more again, and pull it on through. I call that cheating. LOL, that's so great. It's not cheating. We're being efficient in these streets. We are progressing out here. That's what that is. Okay. Yes, I realized I was just kind of rolling. I do tend to crochet kind of quickly because, again, I do this pretty much all day because it's my favorite. All right, I'm going to show you guys this little trick that I like to do. I show this in some of my more recent classes as well. But if you just do a chain before turning your work and then keep working, it'll give you much straighter lines. All right, so what I'm talking about here, and again, we're going to get to this loop stitch, but why not share this quick tip, right? So when you are going from row to row, if you just chain one, it is now going to straighten up your work versus when we're first starting. And if we're doing half double and the row height is 2, 1, 2, we know this chain can count as our first stitch. When we go to do the second stitch, we tend to have a little gappy gap, right? Everybody see this little gap space here? But what we're gonna do instead, because it just, and this is great for your scarves, it's great for when you're working on clothes and garments, instead of using those 2 chains as your initial stitch, go ahead and chain 1, turn your work, and then insert your initial stitch right into that first space. And what that's gonna do, let me show you. It makes it clean. So as I keep working, now, bam, everybody see that? You're gonna have a nice straight edge. When I tell you it makes all the difference, it makes all the difference. All right, so I'm gonna run down this row one more time and do half double. Give anybody else a chance to jump on if you want to jump on. Hey, Melissa, let's see, Melissa Sue Crafts, nice to see you, nice to see you, good morning. We're getting ready to get into this loop stitch. A way that I find to be a little bit more efficient, does not take nearly as long. I'm running down this row with half double crochet right now. I think we're going to do a quick one. All these demos with the knitting machine, which has been amazing. I hope you guys have enjoyed learning how to navigate the knitting machine. We'll do some more projects in the future. But those videos have been long. Ain't that long, y'all? I'm standing and talking to y'all for 45 plus minutes. I'm like, they still here? Okay. So we're going to do a little bit of a shorter lesson today and just demo this loop stitch. Do you single crochet even though it takes forever? Great question. So with all of my canvas portraits that you guys see that I feel as though I'm known for at this point, those are single crochet. Alrighty, so whenever you're doing portraits and images, it's pretty much crochet by number, and it allows you to get in more detail than if you do a half double or triple double, double crochet, anything like that. So yes, I do single crochet, and also for amigurumi. Yes, I never say that right, so bear with me. Amigurumi. But yes, that's the single crochet as well. It helps to keep, especially with amigurumi, that way you don't have things, fuzzies kind of falling out of your stitches and whatnot. All right, so we're going to turn this, and we're going to do some loop stitching. I'm going to go ahead and do a single just for fun. This is what everybody's been waiting for, but no, it's really nothing too crazy. So all you're going to do is bring it to the height that you're looking for, okay? So we're going to try to consistently get about this height. Depending on the kind of project you're working on, you don't necessarily have to get this too even. Just ballpark it. Again, I'm all about that freehand because sometimes you're going to clip it. Okay. Yes, please check out my portraits. If you look up hashtag canvas crochet or hashtag crochet portraits, you'll likely see some of my work. It's definitely on there. And then it's on my page. I think I have a whole highlight dedicated to portraits. If not, I need to do that, right? Okay. So doing the loops, I'm pulling this up, okay? So I've done my initial, let me make sure everybody can see. I'm removing my hook, which sometimes is like, why would you remove your hook? But I'm gonna show you why, so that you can bring it on right back down here and keep working, because that loop size is already established. I'm gonna go now into my next space and slip stitch my yarn straight on through. So slip stitch means we're just pulling it through, right? Through all the spaces. Okay, and then I'm going to lock it in with one more slip stitch, just like that. Thank you for sharing me. I very much appreciate it. All right, and then y'all, let me tell you, this is why I say this loop style is so easy to me. Then you just pull it up, and you're going to do it again. So I pulled it up. I'm bringing my hook underneath. Crocheting is a two-handed sport, so I've got my right hand helping me out and securing this loop, while my left hand is maintaining my tension. I'm going into my next space. And guess what? I'm just going to slip again. Slip it right on through right there. Slip it right on underneath of that next loop I was working on. And slip stitch again to lock it in. Alright, and you can pull it tight if you want to. Usually I do not advocate for people to pull their work tight at all when you're crocheting. But with these loops, because we're locking it in, you can go ahead and pull it tight and just keep rolling. Take your hook out. Go underneath of the next one, right? The one you just completed, and then go into your next space. Isn't that simple? Ain't this easy? Listen, if you check out the way I did the other loop stitches on my stories from years and years ago, from when I did my 25 days of Stitchmas, you'll see that the loop, it just requires a little bit more work. It wasn't hard per se, but it required a little bit more work. But I'm all about efficiency when I'm crafting and when I'm learning, and especially when I'm teaching. So as I learn new things, that means y'all gonna learn new things because I'm gonna share it, okay? That's just how we do out here. So I'm locking it in. And then once again, you just pull it on up. And it just makes life so much easier. Y'all see that? Now we know with loop stitches, it does take up a lot of yarn pretty quickly. So that's just something to keep in mind. But, you know, otherwise, you'll be out here rolling, okay? And background music, yes. And look, we don't pay for our Pandora, so y'all gonna get these commercials right along with us. We're gonna let these commercials let people get paid, and pull it right on up. Okay, so I'm gonna keep going so you guys can continue to see what this looks like. But let me know if there are any questions. Like I said, today's lesson is gonna be pretty quick, especially compared to our 45-minute plus knitting machine demos, which are still available on my YouTube page. So if you missed any of those classes, this is my song. Listen, all of these have been my songs, so y'all know I must care about y'all because I have not been singing along. I've been trying to control it, but no, my left foot is over here tapping, okay? My left foot is feeling it. Pull it straight on up. Can anybody name the song before the chorus comes on? Let me see what kind of company I'm in. You know the song Baby Grace? Y'all can't see the baby in the background vibing to the music. They know good music when they hear it. All right, so I'm going slow so everybody can just see how this looks. And again, you can just drop your hook down, honestly, instead of even taking it out. But I want to show you guys both ways. Make sure everybody can see. Are there any questions? Is this Englishin? Is this Spanishin? Is this making sense to you guys? I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out with me and Let's Crochet Together. We are always here every second and fourth Saturday, even over holidays, even while I'm hanging at friends' houses. We were going to be out in nature today, but I think this kind of worked out better because I'd have been shivering cold trying to teach y'all, but I was going to do it. We were going to go fishing, but we had to. Are you making the loops bigger as I go? So no, not per se. Right now, I'm just kind of pulling them out. Let's see how even they are. They're relatively even. They could be much worse. So no, I'm not necessarily trying to make them bigger as I go. Just continue. I want them to kind of be around the same size. And then like I may create like a cardigan or a vest with this, and I'll trim it to be the length that I want it to be. Now also just some more tips while we're hanging out together. Normally when I'm doing a loop stitch, I will create the entire base and background of what I want to make first. So for example, if I'm doing a vest, I will create the panels for both sides of my vest and create the back of my vest and sew them together, and then go and add, absolutely, thank you for asking. Oop, I messed up. And then go and add in the loops after. So it's kind of double the work, but that is how I tend to do it. Because again, I do value efficiency when I am crocheting, because I'm doing it so much. When you're doing it so much, you want to make sure you can get to as many orders as possible. I want to make sure that I can, you know, work on projects I want to work on for fun and, you know, work-wise. So, and I'm always open to learn and hear more suggestions on how other individuals do it as well. Because I'm a lifelong learner in these streets as well. I like to learn as much as I enjoy teaching. So, going right here to the next. Very clear instructions. Thank you. You're very welcome. I'm glad they were clear. It really is a fun stitch to learn, and I'm sure you guys have seen the shaggy style cardigans and the tops and just how popular it is. Popular it is all over the place right now. Like I said, I'm just showing you guys so that if you want to give the Santa Gnome a little beard, you know how to do it. All right. We're rolling. We're getting right down here to the end. I'm not seeing any other questions, but I want to thank you guys as always for hanging out with me on your Saturday for just a little bit. As always, I've been Dee with DeeplusDesigns. There are some tutorials available on the YouTube page. I will try to have this added as well. And again, I have it does take quite a bit of yarn, Fancy Flower. You are spot on. Don't forget, we've got notebooks now, you guys. We've got project journals. We've got hardbacks and paperback journals and blank line notebooks as well. I've got some more things coming out soon for you all, so make sure that you follow my Amazon author page just as well as you're following my page here on Instagram so you can keep up, because you guys know I'm always doing something. All right, and lastest but not least, this Day of Crochet is fully underway, where we create hats and scarves for the homeless. I will demo some pretty simple and basic hat patterns with our next live, just so that everybody can join in as they desire. This is to assist individuals who are experiencing homelessness within your area. And if you would like to be a host, please email me as well, and we will work that out. All right, everybody. I know I started following you when I saw a gorgeous coral cardigan. Aw, well, thank you, Andy Plans. Everybody loves that cardigan. I'm going to have to do a pattern for everybody one day so we can work on that together. Okay, so we've knocked out our loops. We've got it on and popping. Simple just like that, and you just keep on rolling from row to row and you'll be set to go. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me this morning and tolerating our shorter lesson. I'm gonna show you this one more time because I'm just so excited. Y'all, this was in my brain for forever. I don't know if y'all hear my friends in the background, but they're co-signing. Like, I broke down how to use the journal. You can just put your little pages here, you guys, and then you keep a table of content, so as you plan out and just set up your new projects, you can find them, because I got my little tabbies in the bottom for you. Like, I'm trying to tell y'all, go ahead and get you one of these. This the paper one, they travel well, but again, I got you in the hardback. Do you hear the hardback is knocking? Are you gonna answer the door? All right, everybody, thanks for hanging out with me. I've been Dee with DeeplusDesigns. Oh, last thing, Holiday Summit is starting on the 29th. Registration is free. The link is in my bio as well. Go ahead and copy that. There's a lot of different artists that are participating in that conference. So many different crafts that you can do. Y'all know I'm busy in these streets. I think that's it for now. I'll share some skating videos later today, and happy crocheting, everybody. Bye. You want to say bye? Bye. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.